Has it ever happened to you that you got a girl's contact? Maybe you matched on Tinder, got her Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or whatever. And when you sent that first message, she never replied? Or if she did reply, it was in such a limited way that the interaction starts to fade as the minutes or hours go by. Well, if that's happened to you, just like it happened to me at some point, in this video I'm going to reveal my secrets to make sure that never happens to you again. So today I'm not only going to share the philosophy behind a message they can't help but reply to, but we're also going to dive into the psychology behind it. Stick around until the end, because what I'm about to show you today has information that could change your results forever. And before we continue, I invite you to click on the subscribe button and activate the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos, because they'll be more specific, more technical, and packed with value. 1. The philosophy behind the first message. All right, the first thing you need to know is the philosophy behind a great first message. You have to put yourself in the woman's shoes and ask yourself what she's continuously receiving, because the only way to send a super powerful first message that creates an impact is to send something she's not used to receiving. And this is where we get to what you don't want to do. Avoid sending those typical messages like, "Hey, how are you? Hey, beautiful. You're so pretty." Validate, validate, validate. And that's not attractive. Please, get rid of those messages from your repertoire. Now, let's move on to what actually works. Opener 1. Something tells me. The first opener I want to share with you is "something tells me." This is one of my favorites because it generates a quick reaction and makes her invest in the conversation, because she's not used to receiving these types of messages. For example, you can say, "Something tells me you're short. Something tells me you're adventurous. Something tells me you're extroverted." This opener has two interesting variations. You can use it to validate her or to playfully disqualify her. Let me explain how it works. If you say something like, "Something tells me you're adventurous," you're validating her, giving her a positive remark. But if you say, "Something tells me you're the type who's always late," you're disqualifying her, giving her a reason to correct you and explain more about herself. This type of message not only breaks the ice in an original way, but also makes her want to correct or elaborate, which quickly elevates the conversation to another level. A bonus tip: play around with her profile or photos. For example, if you see her in a picture with a backpack, you can say, "Something tells me you love traveling and getting lost in nature." Not only are you paying attention, but you're also creating a connection right from the start. Additionally, this opener allows you to show genuine interest, which immediately makes her feel noticed. It's a great way to personalize the message and create an atmosphere where she wants to share more about herself. Opener 2. You can't do that. Now let's move on to the second opener, which is one of my favorites because it instantly generates intrigue. You can't do that. When you tell a girl, "You can't do that," the first thing she thinks is, "What can I do?" Watch how she automatically responds with something like, "What can I do?" And that's when you've got the upper hand. You're ready to steer the conversation. This opener has several creative variations that you can adapt to the situation. You could say, "You can't just match with me and expect me to message first." Or, "You can't be so mysterious on your profile." The key is to generate that initial intrigue that makes her want to respond. Once you've got her attention, you can steer the conversation toward more personal topics, like what she enjoys doing, or even plant the seed for a date. The beauty of this opener is that it plays on her natural curiosity, which is something most women can't resist. This type of message not only positions you as someone different, but also gives you the advantage of controlling the pace of the conversation. By creating expectation, you're letting her take the initiative to ask more, which is key to keeping her interest. Opener 3. One word. Interesting. The third opener is super minimalist but incredibly effective. Just one word. Interesting. This opener generates so much curiosity that she won't be able to resist asking, "What's interesting?" And that's when you've got the conversation rolling. The key with this opener is how you manage the curiosity you've sparked. You can continue the conversation by mentioning something you noticed in her profile. "I noticed you're really adventurous. Interesting picture in the mountains. Where was it?" It's the perfect trigger to start a smooth conversation, where she'll tell you more about herself without feeling like the interaction is forced. The trick with this opener is that you're putting in minimal effort but getting maximum impact. Try this method out and let me know in the comments how it worked for you. Moreover, this opener positions you as someone confident and direct, which is often very attractive. Sometimes less is more. And this is a perfect example of how a single word can generate a strong response. Opener 4. If you didn't lie to me. And finally, the fourth opener, which always makes me smile. If you didn't lie to me in your description, we're going to get along great. This opener perfectly combines push and pull, which is a highly effective technique in seduction. First, you imply that she might have lied, but then you follow it up with something positive like, "We're gonna get along great." This opener is pure gold. At first, she might feel a little confused or intrigued, but right away, she want to defend herself or explain. And that's when you have the advantage. Additionally, this opener shows that you pay attention to details. You're telling her, indirectly, that you read her description, you care about what she wrote, and that you're genuinely interested in getting to know her. This opener also allows you to set a playful and relaxed tone from the start, which helps the conversation flow more naturally. Women appreciate men who know how to balance interest with a touch of humor. And this opener does just that. Closing. So those are the 4 openers I wanted to share with you today. Try them out, and you'll see how your interactions improve significantly. I'd love for you to share your results down below. And if you want to take this to the next level, I recommend you check out the videos I'm leaving for you next. Each of them will give you more tools and techniques to improve your interactions. And don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos, because we'll keep uploading more specific and technical content to help you get more dates and improve your social skills.